Hi, my name is John, and this is my contribution to Flat Earth. Hopefully it'll be viewed as a contribution and not detraction or something negative. I'm 51 years old. I work in a factory in the Midwest, Kansas City, Missouri, to be more specific. Average guy, average life. Got married, had kids. They're grown up now. Living the American dream, right? Being a good consumer. I was sitting in my recliner in front of my 55-inch 4K Ultra HD TV, watching the programming. And my wife turned to me and she said, she likes to do a lot of research, like nobody I've ever seen. But she was researching something, and it was completely unrelated to Flat Earth. And she said, I went to watch a video. This guy named Skiba, has got some videos that I wanted to watch, but I went to his YouTube channel, and he's got videos on Flat Earth. And she said, I really don't want to watch any of his videos if he's a nut job, if he's crazy. She said, have you heard anything about, Flat Earth? I'm like, what? Is it? Yeah. Have you heard anything? Is there some kind of something going on about the Earth being flat? And I'm like, not that I know of. I'm like, no. She's like, well, you're not doing anything. Would you go, check it out? I don't want to waste my time watching this guy's videos if he's a loon, So you're not doing anything. You go waste your time. Check out this Flat Earth thing. I'm like, all right, I will. So I got out my computer and went to YouTube. I didn't look up Skiba. I just went to YouTube and typed in Flat Earth just to see if there was any videos on Flat Earth, and I was like, no, yeah, there's a lot of videos on Flat Earth. And so I told him, I said, hey, there's a lot of videos on here about Flat Earth, So I scrolled through some of them, and there's no way I can watch them all, So I'm looking for something, just the titles, something, to get the most bang for my buck, so I don't have to waste a lot of time, with this nonsense. So I see a video, 200 Proofs That the Earth Is Not a Spinning Ball by Dubay. That sounds like a good one. If this guy's got 200 proofs, one-stop shopping. I get all my proofs in one thing. We'll just see what it's about. So I told her about this video, and she said, well, why don't you put it on the TV? We'll watch it on TV together. So I'm like, okay. So I put it up, I started watching, and he moves through them pretty fast. So I hit pause, thinking, I'm listening, to what's being presented. He does a good job with the narration. And it was easy to watch, but I stop it every now and then. I'm like thinking about it, and like, oh, that makes sense, So I watch some more, pause it. I'm like, huh. All right, watch some more. I'm not real good at math. It wasn't one of my favorite subjects in school. But I did look up the math about, calculating the curvature of a sphere with a 25,000 mile circumference. And the numbers that they use are, according to science, it is 8 inches times the square of the miles. And that's a lot of curvature, really. You know, the planet Earth planet that we live on isn't that big, really. 25,000 miles. I mean, if I can get in my car in New York and drive to Los Angeles, it's like 2,900 miles, 3,000 miles, rounding up. That's like an eighth of the circumference. If I can drive that in my car, the Earth isn't that big. So you should see curvature. You should be able to see that amount at 8 inches times the square of the miles. That should be visible. But I don't see it. You know, I went through the whole video, stopped it here and there. I don't know how long it took to watch. It was a pretty long video to start with, but I stopped and I'm thinking, and the video ended, and she's like, so what do you think? And I'm like, I think the Earth is flat. She's like, just like that? Like, yeah. That she's like, but that doesn't blow your mind, you know? Is it even possible? You know? And I was like, I watched the video. I listened to the arguments presented. They seem very logical, very easy to prove. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, the Earth is flat. So, like, well, and then she's like, well, what about this Rob Skiba? I'm like, yeah, I'll go look at his, you know, testingtheglobe.com he has a website where when he first started looking into flat Earth, it was just a blog, and he got so much information that eventually put it into a website. And so I read some of his little introduction and clicked on that first video, and it said, if you haven't watched Flat Earth Clues by Mark Sargent yet, stop this video and go watch the Flat Earth Clues by Mark Sargent. So I did that. I stopped the video, went back to YouTube, found the Flat Earth Clues. Mark Sargent does a really good job with his videos. He's a really good narrator. Those are really easy to watch. Watched all 12 of those. Like, yep, the Earth is flat. Okay, I went back to Rob Skiba. His videos are from the Christian perspective. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I believe God made the globe. You know, that was part of it. I mean, if you can make all of this Earth that we live on, this flat plane that we live on, you can make anything, and the Earth could be any shape. Or God, you know, God wants it to be a cube. It's a cube. But from Rob Skiba, looking at the Bible, I believe in it. I believe it is literal, what it says, you know. And when you look at it that way, like Rob said, from Genesis to Revelation, it's a flat earth book. You know, the circle of the earth, they knew the difference. The Hebrew word, there's a different word for circle and a different word for ball, you know. And they used in Isaiah, he uses both ball and circle. The earth is a circle. God inscribed a circle on the waters, you know. It's flat. Stretched out the heavens over the earth, not around the ball. Stretched out the heavens over the earth like a tent The firmament is flat. You know, going back to the proof, water follows the path of least resistance until something stops it, and then it finds and maintains its own level. You can't curve water, bend it around a spinning ball. You just can't. The horizon is a good proof. It's always at eye level. Whether you're at sea level, on top of a mountain, it's at eye level. You go up in an airplane, it's at eye level. I've seen footage of weather balloons at 22 miles up, 120,000 feet. Right? It's flat. Going back to the curvature, the measurable curvature. If you go 22 miles up, straight up, and the horizon is at eye level, that only happens on an extended flat plane. If the Earth is a ball, then you have to account for curvature. As you go up, the horizon is going to be down. You're going to have to start looking down to see the horizon. If the Earth is a ball. It's not a ball. So, yeah, you know, NASA, what are they doing with all that money? There is no space. I wanted the moon landings to be real. My last name is Armstrong. You know, I turned 5 in 1969. I watched the moon landings on TV. The little guys bouncing around, you know, on the moon. I wanted to be an astronaut too, just like Neil Armstrong. It never happened. And what they're doing with that money, I don't know. I don't know. Why would they lie about it? I think basically, if you've heard of Occam's razor, right? The simplest explanation is usually the correct one. I think basically the whole thing boils down to good versus evil. God created the earth, the flat earth, covered it in the firmament. There is a heaven. There is Satan, Lucifer, is real, a fallen angel who lives here on earth, doing everything in his power to divert your attention away from the truth. I think that's it. There's the powers that should not be, as Patricia Steere, if you'd like somewhere else to look for videos, Patricia Steere, Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes channel on YouTube, also on Facebook. She does, you know, her thing. She interviews people about Flat Earth. That's her thing, and she does it well. Mark Sargent, she has a weekly show with Mark Sargent, and they talk about Flat Earth and other hot potatoes. But yeah, that's where I'm at. This Flat Earth thing really strengthened my faith in God. You know, that's where I am and how I got here. And what you do with that information is up to you. Okay? But look at it. Once you believe it's flat, and there's a dome, you have to face, you know, you have to realize that there's a creator. Okay? And you've got some thinking to do. Thanks for watching.